Every monument hides a story. Every stone whispers a past. Welcome to History Vault, where history comes alive. In the heart of San Francisco, shrouded often in mist and mystery, stands a structure that has captivated imaginations for over 8 decades. Towering above the turbulent waters of the bay, the Golden Gate Bridge is more than steel and cables. It is a symbol of human ambition, daring, and ingenuity. As fog weaves between its towers and sunlight glints off its international orange hue, the bridge seems almost alive, whispering stories of triumph, sacrifice, and extraordinary vision that brought it into being. What makes this engineering marvel not just a crossing, but timeless icon of history and mystery? Spanning the fog-laden waters of the San Francisco Bay, the Golden Gate Bridge stands as more than a mere passage between land and land. It is a testament to human ambition, ingenuity, and the audacity to defy nature itself. Constructed during a time when the United States was reeling under the Great Depression, the bridge's very existence seems almost impossible in retrospect. Stretching nearly 2.5 miles from one shore to the other, its towering steel cables rise like monumental sentinels, disappearing into the thick morning mist, as if guarding secrets of the past. It was a period when the idea of building such an immense suspension bridge over one of the most treacherous waterways in the world was met with both fascination and skepticism. Engineers, city planners, and laborers faced an array of natural and technical challenges that would daunt even the most seasoned visionaries. The currents in the Golden Gate Strait, with waters surging at speeds of up to 7 knots, were notoriously unpredictable. Beneath these turbulent waves lurked hidden dangers, from sudden whirlpools to the threat of earthquakes that the region had endured for centuries. To conquer these forces, the architects and engineers had to devise solutions that were not just functional, but groundbreaking. The bridge's chief engineer, Joseph Strauss, initially envisioned a hybrid cantilever suspension design, one that seemed almost experimental in its audacity. Critics called it a dream too vast for its time, a venture destined for failure. Yet, what emerged from years of planning and labor was a marvel that would redefine the limits of modern engineering. Towering 746 feet above the water, the twin Art Deco towers were constructed to withstand both the ferocious winds sweeping off the Pacific and the hidden tremors of an unpredictable Earth. The main span, a staggering 4,200 feet in length, remained the longest suspension span in the world at the time of its completion. Every cable, every rivet, every bolt was meticulously calculated to distribute weight and tension, creating a structure that seemed almost alive, swaying slightly with the rhythms of the earth and sky, yet unyielding in its purpose. Laborers braved conditions that would test the limits of human endurance. Swinging from high scaffolds hundreds of feet above the icy waters, men balanced on narrow steel beams, often with little more than a rope or harness for protection. The fog that rolls incessantly through the strait created a ghostly environment where visibility vanished in seconds, making every step and every maneuver perilous. Despite the inherent dangers, the workforce persevered, driven by a combination of necessity, pride, and the irresistible lure of being part of something monumental. Over the course of 4 grueling years, this relentless human endeavor transformed a bold vision into reality, layer by layer, cable by cable. Yet, beyond the technical mastery, the Golden Gate Bridge carries an aura of mystique that transcends its physical presence. Shrouded in thick mist and painted in its unmistakable international orange, it appears almost ethereal at dawn and dusk, vanishing and reappearing as the fog ebbs and flows. Travelers crossing its expanse often report an uncanny feeling, as though the bridge is more than steel and concrete, a threshold between worlds, bridging the past with the future. Historians note that the bridge not only symbolizes engineering triumph, but also embodies the spirit of a city that thrives on daring and resilience. San Francisco, perched precariously on the edge of land and sea, has always been a place where human ambition confronts the forces of nature head-on, and the bridge became the ultimate emblem of that confrontation. Over the decades, the Golden Gate Bridge has inspired countless stories, legends, and even whispers of the unexplained. Some claim that on particularly foggy mornings, the mist seemed to carry ghostly echoes of the bridge's builders, the sound of hammers striking steel, and the murmur of voices lost to time. Others speak of the way the structure seems to change subtly with the seasons, its colors shifting beneath the ever-moving sky, reflecting the moods of the bay itself. This interplay of human achievement and natural drama has cemented the bridge not only as a feat of engineering, but as a cultural and historical icon, drawing millions from around the world who seek to witness its grandeur and perhaps catch a glimpse of its secrets. The story of the Golden Gate Bridge is, in essence, a story of audacity. The audacity to imagine a link across one of the most challenging waterways on the planet, and the audacity to turn that dream into reality amidst uncertainty, danger, and doubt. Its steel cables, anchored deep into bedrock and stretching across churning waters, are a metaphor for resilience, for the human spirit's refusal to bow to limitation. Even as the bridge continues to endure storms, earthquakes, and the passage of time, it remains a living monument, a reminder that some human creations transcend their material components, becoming something almost mythical, something that invites admiration, reverence, and a touch of wonder. As the sun rises or sets over the Pacific, the Golden Gate Bridge is more than just a connection between San Francisco and Marin County. It is a journey through history, a testament to the daring of its creators, and an invitation to contemplate the mysteries of human innovation and natural forces intertwined. Standing before it, one cannot help but feel the weight of decades, the echoes of hammers and steel, the whispers of courage, and the quiet majesty of a structure that has truly earned its place among the world's most extraordinary landmarks. The Golden Gate Bridge was not merely a construction project. It was a symbol of resilience and ambition during one of the most challenging periods in American history. The early 1930s were marked by the Great Depression, a time when despair and uncertainty gripped the nation. Millions of Americans faced unemployment, homes were lost, and the very fabric of daily life seemed fragile. In this climate, the idea of building a massive suspension bridge across one of the world's most treacherous waterways seemed audacious, almost reckless. Yet, it was precisely this daring vision that captured the imagination of the people. The bridge promised not only a physical connection between San Francisco and Marin County, but a metaphorical bridge to hope, progress, and the possibility of renewal. Behind the construction lay a story of human determination, ingenuity, and sacrifice. Thousands of workers were recruited, each bringing with them a mix of skill, courage, and often desperation. The project became a lifeline for many, offering stable employment and a chance to be part of something larger than themselves. From engineers and steelworkers to riggers and laborers, every individual contributed to a feat that would echo through history. The human story of the Golden Gate Bridge is filled with courage in the face of mortal danger. Workers stood on narrow catwalks hundreds of feet above the frigid waters of the bay, often dangling from cables or suspended scaffolding, as the Pacific winds threatened to sweep them away. Safety nets were installed, a revolutionary idea at the time, and though they saved lives, they could not eliminate the ever-present risk. Every rivet hammered into place, every cable stretched across the strait, represented not only technical skill, but sheer willpower. The bridge's location added layers of complexity and intrigue. The Golden Gate Strait is notorious for its strong currents, frequent fog, and hidden underwater rocks, which historically had claimed the lives of sailors and ships alike. To span these treacherous waters, engineers had to calculate every angle, every tension, every weight distribution with unprecedented precision. The interplay of the natural elements, the surging tides, the roaring winds, the dense fog rolling in from the Pacific, added an almost mystical quality to the endeavor. Observers at the time spoke of the bridge emerging from the fog like a dream, its towers appearing as if conjured by magic, bridging the unknown with the possible. Economic and social factors made the bridge's construction even more significant. In a city poised for growth but constrained by geography, the bridge promised to transform commerce and daily life. San Francisco, already a hub of innovation and trade, would gain a direct link to the north, fostering economic revival, stimulating industries, and creating opportunities that extended far beyond the bridge itself. The laborers, aware of this greater purpose, often spoke of feeling as though they were building more than steel and concrete. They were building a lifeline for a city, a region, and a nation yearning for hope. Beyond its functional and economic significance, the Golden Gate Bridge became a cultural landmark almost immediately. Newspapers and magazines hailed it as a triumph of human ingenuity, a structure that defied the elements and redefined what was possible. Its completion in 1937 was met with awe and celebration, drawing visitors from around the world who marveled at its elegance and daring scale. But even amid the triumph, whispers of the bridge's mysterious presence began to circulate. The frequent fog, which so often concealed the bridge's towers and cables, gave rise to stories of ghostly apparitions and strange sounds. The echo of tools striking steel long after work had ended, or shadowy figures glimpsed in the mist. While skeptics dismissed these tales, they contributed to the bridge's mystique, transforming it from a simple architectural achievement into a living symbol of history intertwined with legend. The Golden Gate Bridge's construction also had a profound impact on engineering practices worldwide. The techniques developed to anchor massive cables into bedrock beneath turbulent waters, the innovative use of safety nets, and the precise calculations for wind resistance became models for suspension bridges everywhere. Yet, even with all the technical knowledge applied, the bridge retained an air of unpredictability. The fog, the tides, and the winds continued to test its limits, reminding all who approached that nature could never be fully tamed. This balance between human mastery and natural force is part of what gives the bridge its enduring allure, a story of triumph tempered by respect for the elements, a reminder that history is written not just by human hands, but also by the environment in which those hands labor. Even today, decades after completion, the Golden Gate Bridge remains a symbol of resilience, innovation, and the power of collective human effort. It stands as a reminder that monumental achievements often arise from the most challenging circumstances, that despair can inspire creativity, and that vision coupled with determination can overcome obstacles that seem insurmountable. Tourists crossing the bridge can feel the weight of history beneath their feet, sensing the echoes of those who built it and the cultural and economic forces that made it necessary. In the misty mornings and golden sunsets over the bay, the bridge is both tangible and ethereal, a structure grounded in history, yet forever inspiring awe. The story of the Golden Gate Bridge is, in essence, a story of transformation, of a city, a region, and a nation. It is a tale of courage and ingenuity, of laborers and dreamers working together to achieve what many thought impossible. Every boat, every cable, every tower carries with it layers of history, human struggle, and aspiration. And as the fog drifts over its expanse, shrouding it in mystery, one cannot help but feel that the bridge is more than just steel and stone. It is a living monument to the enduring spirit of human ambition. As one gazes upon the Golden Gate Bridge, it is impossible to ignore the artistry embedded within its engineering. While the bridge was built to serve a practical purpose, linking San Francisco to Marin County across turbulent waters, it transcends mere utility, becoming a work of visual poetry, a structure that balances function with breathtaking form. Its towering twin Art Deco towers rise majestically from a fog-laden bay, their sleek lines and geometric symmetry reflecting the architectural ideals of the early 20th century. Designed during a time when industrial progress was celebrated as an art in itself, these towers are more than steel and concrete. They are symbols of modernity, elegance, and a human desire to leave a mark upon the world. The very choice of its international orange color, a hue carefully selected to enhance visibility in the ever-present fog while complementing the natural surroundings, gives the bridge an otherworldly presence, making it instantly recognizable across the globe. The bridge's design is a marriage of engineering precision and artistic intention. Every cable, every tower, every curve was calculated not only to bear immense weight and withstand fierce winds, but also to inspire awe. The main suspension cables, stretching over 4,000 feet across the strait, are composed of thousands of individual steel wires, each perfectly tensioned to distribute the load evenly. From a distance, these cables seem to shimmer, catching sunlight in a way that makes the bridge appear almost alive, as if it breathes with the rhythm of the ocean below. The subtle sway of the structure under wind and traffic only adds to this impression, giving the bridge a dynamic quality that is rare among monuments of its scale. The interplay between the bridge and its natural environment is nothing short of magical. The San Francisco Bay, notorious for its rolling fog and turbulent currents, casts the bridge in shifting moods throughout the day. At dawn, the rising sun bathes the structure in soft golden light, and the fog may curl around its towers like silk, creating a vision that feels ethereal, almost mystical. At sunset, the bridge glows against a fiery sky, its international orange hue deepening to a warm, almost surreal tone. Even on gray, stormy days, the bridge exudes power and resilience, its stark silhouette cutting through the mist with commanding presence. Photographers, artists, and filmmakers have long been drawn to these moments, capturing the bridge as both subject and muse, an icon that exists at the intersection of human creation and natural grandeur. The architectural choices extend beyond aesthetics. They are also a testament to foresight and innovation. The Art Deco motifs, visible in the tower's vertical fluting and the geometric shapes adorning the walkways and railings, reflect an era that celebrated progress, technology, and design. These elements lend the bridge a timeless quality, connecting it to the broader currents of architectural history, while also distinguishing it as uniquely San Franciscan. Unlike purely functional structures, the Golden Gate Bridge was conceived as a monument to human achievement, a declaration that infrastructure could inspire as much as it could serve. Its elegance is inseparable from its utility, and it is this delicate balance that elevates the bridge into the realm of legend. Mystery also clings to the bridge, woven into its fog and its scale. As the mists roll through the Golden Gate Strait, the towers may vanish from view entirely, leaving only the suspended cables to hint at the bridge's vast span. For those who cross it during these moments, the experience can feel dreamlike, as if one is traveling through a liminal space suspended between past and present, reality and imagination. Historians and storytellers alike have noted that the bridge seems to possess a personality of its own, sometimes silent and foreboding, sometimes radiant and welcoming, responding to moods of the weather, the light, and the water beneath. This aura of unpredictability only enhances its allure, reminding visitors that while the bridge is a human creation, it is also part of a larger, untamable environment. Tourism and popular culture have cemented the Golden Gate Bridge as an architectural icon. Movies, television shows, and countless photographs have immortalized its form, making it recognizable to people who may never set foot in San Francisco. Yet, beyond its fame, there's a profound human fascination with its structure itself. The audacity of spanning such a vast distance, the elegance of the cables and towers, the daring of those who built it. For many, the bridge evokes a sense of wonder and curiosity, a desire to understand both the technical mastery and the vision that brought it to life. It is a place where history and artistry converge, where every rivet tells a story and every perspective offers a new revelation. The Golden Gate Bridge also serves as a reminder of the broader cultural and historical context in which it was conceived. It represents the triumph of human ingenuity over seemingly insurmountable obstacles, a deep, fast-moving strait, unpredictable weather, and the economic despair of the Great Depression. At the same time, it demonstrates a capacity of thoughtful design to harmonize with the natural world. Unlike structures that dominate or disrupt their surroundings, the bridge complements the sweeping landscapes, the rolling hills, and the ever-changing waters of the bay. It is simultaneously a technical marvel, an artistic masterpiece, and a symbol of unity between humanity and nature. Standing before it, one cannot help but feel a sense of reverence. The Golden Gate Bridge is a physical structure, but also carries an almost spiritual significance. Its presence evokes questions about ambition, creativity, and the limits of human potential. It invites reflection on the intricate dance between engineering and art, between functionality and beauty, between human vision and the forces of nature. Every angle, every detail, every hour spent crossing it becomes a journey not just across a body of water, but through time, history, and imagination. The Golden Gate Bridge is not only an engineering triumph and a visual masterpiece, it has also become a cultural icon whose influence extends far beyond San Francisco's Bay. From the moment it opened to the public in 1937, the bridge captured imaginations across the United States and eventually the world. It was instantly recognizable, a bold statement of ambition that symbolized both technological progress and the indomitable human spirit. Yet its significance is not limited to the physical structure alone. It is the stories it has inspired, the emotions it evokes, and the ways it has been immortalized in popular culture that have cemented its status as one of the most beloved landmarks on Earth. Hollywood, recognizing the bridge's dramatic presence and cinematic potential, embraced it almost immediately. The Golden Gate Bridge has appeared in countless films, television series, and documentaries, often as more than a backdrop, but as a character in its own right. Its towering silhouette rising above the swirling mists, The rhythmic sway of its cables and the fiery glow of its international orange hue create a visual language that communicates tension, triumph, or mystery depending on the story being told. From disaster films to romantic dramas, from historical reenactments to futuristic fantasies, the bridge has conveyed both reality and imagination, a testament to its universal resonance. Filmmakers and storytellers exploit its visual drama, using fog to obscure and reveal, light to accentuate, and perspective to dramatize its immense scale, creating sequences that linger in viewers' memories long after the credits roll. Tourists and travelers from around the globe have been drawn not only by its fame, but by the almost mystical quality of the bridge itself. Walking or driving across it, one cannot help but feel a sense of awe, as if stepping into a space that exists both in the tangible world and in the collective imagination. The fog, which frequently rolls over the towers and cables, lends an ethereal quality that transforms a bridge into a shifting, living canvas. For centuries, humans have been captivated by the interplay between monumental architecture and natural forces, and the Golden Gate Bridge exemplifies this fascination. It is simultaneously familiar and enigmatic, a constant in a city defined by change, yet a place where the ordinary transforms into the extraordinary. The bridge's cultural significance also reflects broader themes of American identity and innovation. During its construction, the United States was emerging from economic despair, and the Golden Gate Bridge became a symbol of recovery, ambition, and possibility. It represented a triumph of collective effort, where engineers, laborers, designers, and visionaries came together to achieve something extraordinary against the odds. This narrative of overcoming adversity resonates universally, and is a reason why the bridge has been celebrated in songs, literature, and art. Poets have written of the fog-shrouded towers as sentinels of hope. Painters have captured the interplay of light and steel, and photographers have immortalized its dynamic form from every conceivable angle. Every medium reinforces the bridge's status not merely as infrastructure, but as a living cultural artifact. Yet with fame comes legend, and the Golden Gate Bridge has inspired its share of myths and mysteries. The fog, which so often conceals its towers, has given rise to ghost stories and eerie tales. Account of spectral figures glimpsed among the cables, or the faint sounds of tools striking steel long after construction ended. Locals and visitors alike have remarked on an almost uncanny presence when the bridge emerges from or disappears into the mist, as if the structure itself possesses awareness, a personality shaped by decades of history and human interaction. These stories, whether rooted in fact or imagination, enhance the bridge's mystique and invite a sense of wonder that goes beyond mere admiration of its technical achievements. Tourism has embraced this allure, making the Golden Gate Bridge one of the most photographed and visited landmarks in the world. Pedestrian walkways and observation points provide breathtaking views of the city, the bay, and the Pacific Ocean beyond, offering a perspective that evokes both scale and intimacy. Visitors often pause to contemplate not just the bridge itself, but the narrative it embodies, the courage of those who built it, the challenges they overcame, and the enduring symbol of ingenuity and human resilience it represents. In doing so, they participate in a cultural ritual, connecting with a legacy that stretches across generations and continents. The bridge's impact also extends into architecture and design globally. Its success inspired a new era of suspension bridges and monumental infrastructure projects, where aesthetics and functionality could coexist harmoniously. Urban planners, engineers, and architects studied its proportions, materials, and innovative construction techniques, recognizing that structures could serve practical needs while also embodying identity, culture, and aspiration. In this way, the Golden Gate Bridge became not just a landmark, but a blueprint for thinking about infrastructure as art, a lesson repeated in cities around the world. Even today, the bridge continues to captivate the imagination. At dawn, when fog drapes its towers like a shroud, or at sunset, when its color glows against a fiery sky, it seems to communicate a silent message, an invitation to reflect on history, ambition, and human potential. Tourists pause, photographers frame it, filmmakers capture it, and locals cherish it, all recognizing that the bridge is more than steel and concrete. It is an emblem of creativity, perseverance, and cultural resonance, a symbol that transcends geography and speaks to anyone who has ever dreamed, dared, or marveled at the extraordinary. The Golden Gate Bridge reminds us that iconic structures achieve greatness not just through technical mastery, but through the stories they inspire, the myths they generate, and the emotions they evoke. It is a living monument, bridging not only two shores but countless hearts, imaginations, and generations, standing as a testament to the enduring power of culture, creativity, and human vision. The Golden Gate Bridge has endured for more than 8 decades, a living testament to human ingenuity and determination. But the story of its preservation is one of constant vigilance, innovation, and respect for the forces of nature that continue to challenge its existence. From the moment it opened in 1937, the bridge faced relentless exposure to wind, salt spray, and fog, all elements capable of corroding steel and threatening structural integrity. Engineers quickly realized that the bridge would not remain static. It required ongoing care and adaptation. Maintaining such an enormous suspension bridge became a continuous dance between human effort and the unpredictable power of nature, a narrative as compelling and intricate as the bridge itself. Over the decades, preservation efforts have been monumental in scope and innovation. Workers have applied protective coatings to the steel, replaced worn components, and implemented state-of-the-art monitoring systems to track stress, corrosion, and seismic vulnerability. Each maintenance decision has been both technical and strategic, weighing the bridge's historical significance against the demands of modern safety standards. The very challenge of preserving the bridge adds to its mystique. Even today, the maintenance crews labor high above the waters, harnessed to the towers and cables, their presence almost ghost-like as they move through fog and shadow, tending to the bridge that has become an enduring symbol of San Francisco. Earthquake preparedness has been a central concern in the bridge's ongoing preservation. The region sits on the notorious San Andreas Fault, where seismic activity has shaped the landscape for millennia. Engineers have undertaken massive retrofitting projects to ensure that the bridge can withstand potentially catastrophic earthquakes. These projects involve intricate reinforcements to the towers, anchorage points, and suspension cables, blending cutting-edge technology with respect for the original design. The delicate balance between maintaining the bridge's iconic appearance and modernizing its structural resilience reflects a broader challenge in preserving historical landmarks, honoring the past while preparing for the future. Despite these technical challenges, the Golden Gate Bridge continues to captivate visitors and locals alike, drawing millions who walk, bike, and drive across it each year. Its role as a functional thoroughfare coexists seamlessly with its status as a cultural and historical monument. Tourists pause on observation decks to photograph the shifting fog, the radiant hues of the bridge's towers, and the panoramic views of the bay. Many report an almost spiritual experience, as if the bridge itself communicates something timeless, resilience, vision, and the persistent dialogue between human endeavor and nature. It is in these moments that the bridge transcends steel and concrete, becoming a living narrative that invites reflection and wonder. Future plans for the Golden Gate Bridge highlight a commitment to sustainability and innovation while respecting its historical integrity. Proposals include enhanced pedestrian and cycling pathways, upgraded lighting for both aesthetic and safety purposes, and improved measures to reduce environmental impact on the surrounding waters and wildlife. The bridge, once a daring project defying natural obstacles, now embodies forward-thinking urban planning and environmental stewardship. This dual identity, as both historical artifact and evolving infrastructure, makes it unique among the world's great landmarks. Visitors witness not just a relic of the past, but dynamic, adaptive structure, demonstrating that history is not frozen in time, but a living continuum shaped by those who care for it. The bridge also continues to inspire art, literature, and storytelling, often intertwined with the mysteries that surround it. Its frequent fog, twisting currents below, and towering presence have become a stage for imagination. Some claim to see fleeting shadows among the towers at dawn, as if the spirits of those who built the bridge linger in silent vigilance. Others recount eerie sensations when crossing during heavy fog, a sense that the bridge itself is aware of the human lives it touches daily. Whether these stories are legend, psychological phenomenon, or a testament to the bridge's powerful aura, they contribute to the sense that this structure is more than physical, an enduring symbol of both mystery and human achievement. The preservation of the Golden Gate Bridge is also a story of collaboration across disciplines, communities, and generations. Engineers, historians, conservationists, and city officials work together to ensure that the bridge retains its iconic beauty while meeting modern standards of safety and functionality. This teamwork is a reflection of the very principles upon which the bridge was conceived: vision, ambition, and collective effort. Each restoration project, each inspection, and each upgrade adds another layer to its history, turning the bridge into a palimpsest of human ingenuity over time. As the bridge continues to endure storms, earthquakes, and the relentless passage of time, it stands not only as a practical conduit, but as a beacon of human resilience and foresight. Its towers, rising to fog, remind visitors and locals alike that great achievements are neither static nor final. They require ongoing care, adaptation, and respect for forces that shape the world. Standing before the Golden Gate Bridge, one cannot help but feel connected to the countless hands, minds, and visions that have sustained it. It is a bridge in every sense of the word, linking places, people, eras, and ideas, and it will continue to do so long into the future. Ultimately, the story of the Golden Gate Bridge's preservation is a story of hope, vigilance, and respect for both history and the natural world. It illustrates that the greatest human creations are not only those that defy limitations in their initial conception, but also those that endure, adapt, and inspire across generations. Every bolt maintained, every cable inspected, every safety measure implemented is a tribute to the bridge's legacy, a legacy that remains alive in the fog, the sunlight, and the hearts of all who cross it. Decades may pass, storms may rage, and the fog may rise and fall, but the Golden Gate Bridge endures, a silent witness to history, a monument to human courage, and a bridge that connects not just two shores, but past and present, imagination and reality. Its towers, rising through mist and sunlight, remind us that true greatness is not measured only in steel and engineering, but in vision, resilience, and the stories that continue to inspire generations across the world. Thank you for joining us on this journey through history. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to History Vault, your gateway to the past.